We got a special show today.
That intro video is pretty nice this time.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hopefully.
Do we have
Maybe you
sound?
can hear us. Let us know
Are
if
we
you can hear
miming
us.
to you, or can you hear us? And can you hear loud race cars? There goes Aaron.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's know how sound is. We're having some technical difficulties out here, but I think we might be good to go now.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Dan Zelton, how are we? We good? He'll let us know.
Okay.
But this is episode number 185. We are live from Fitzgerald Motorsports Park.
Yep, in Tennessee.
Formerly Crossville. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep.
And we don't have much planned for today except for we're just going to grab random racers and make them talk to you guys and learn a little bit about them. Like that guy. I could have grabbed him. That's what we should get. We should get Tina being our wrangler.
Oh, she would be so good at it.
Is Brad back there?
He is.
Brad, come here. So
All right.
Here we go. First one. We're grabbing people.
Sliding off.
Cool. Dan said we're good.
Perfect.
Come here, buddy.
Right here.
I don't know what to do with my hands, Kyle.
We know. So we're grabbing random people. Random person.
Random person, right.
Gotta be right on it. Right on the mic.
Random person.
Especially when they start going down the track.
Okay.
Do we still got more in the lanes, or is that a break?
There's a break. I think somebody broke something.
Ah,
Aaron Carrar putting stuff down on the track, looks like.
I just saw him
Ralph
go down.
is not happy, it doesn't appear.
It's never good.
But
At least we got some quiet sound and our sound's working. So
well, it's
why
quiet
don't
till
you-
I got here.
why don't
Anyway.
you tell Hot Shots World who you are and how do I know you?
Well, my name's Brad Helton. I'm the owner of Rowdy's Automotive and Motorsports. I've been diesel drag racing for 15 years, I feel like. Started in the dirt, and we met just here at the racetrack. And I've got a 570 truck that I drag race it forward, so it stays broke a lot, and I need good oil and good fluids. So that's how we know each other.
Got a badass car. Truck.
It's getting there.
And it finally got to shake it loose a little bit. How did it feel to actually let go of the button?
Yeah. Well, it's big thing is with that platform. Without the help of Dan, with the help of Dan Schneider and a lot of other people, but started at 770 2 years ago, and it kind of went 770, 670, then 590 last year, and
now they changed the 590 class to 570
Yep.
on you.
Yeah, well,
right when you were building for the class.
well, I campaigned real heavily for it.
Right.
I wanted to see my big rule of thumb, and once the Ford guys figure out how to go fast with everybody else, it's time to make the class faster.
Yeah.
I want to see everything grow, see people go faster, and you can't do that by keeping the time the same.
I think it's logical too. Literally for the 7 new Pro Street class,
I don't know.
whatever it's called.
I don't have the money for it, so I didn't learn the name.
It's basically a 470 class.
Yeah, well, and that's because of the SFI rating, and
Right.
there's some mile per hour stuff with
So
the
it's
25.6
not truly limited,
stuff.
right?
Yeah.
So
Don't want people getting greedy, because I'm not going to say that there's people out there with certain white Dodges that might get greedy with times, but
Ooh.
we got to keep everybody safe, and that's the goal.
maybe we'll drag him in here and let him know you said that.
Oh, I'm sure he's watching, and I'm sure he'll be down here in a minute after he hears me say that.
See, this weekend, you had a lot going on.
Yep.
Uh,
I got the customer here, Steve Robbins. He's in 670, racing a quad cab Dodge, Fire Punk tunes.
Did he get a hit in yet?
Yep, got to hit him at 672 right off the trailer. So
Nice.
he's doing good. Larson's got that thing dialed in. Steven's doing a really good job. He's a damn good driver. The track here. Forgot four-wheel drive.
Yep, need all of them.
Got to have all four tires.
Need all of them. So when are you going to be back out on the track?
So, well, last year we at the SPE race, I had a nitrous solenoid hang and blowed my motor up. So, gotten it back together, and hoping to be back at Beach Bend. We had doing some upgrades, changing some stuff up while the motor was out, getting it updated. I've had that motor in the truck for 4 years, so
Wow.
it took some abuse for 4 years.
So how many passes do you think you had on it in 4 years?
I started counting the passes halfway through 770, I counted between that, and I estimated the passes before that. I had almost 250 passes on that engine.
Dang.
Yeah, I had over 200. I had over 200 on the trans as well. So it was time.
It was due. You got your goodness out of
Yeah,
it.
and it wasn't always that 570, 590 power level. It started life as a 770 truck.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's still
yeah.
that's still getting. good oils out there. There's a lot of stuff that protects you to the average stuff, but we wanted something to develop like that would be to the average stuff, but we wanted something to develop like that would be over-engineered to the point that will protect you during catastrophic situations, you know. And it's kind of like the adrenaline, the guy that picks the car off the kid, you know. It's like you can't normally do it, but in that moment you need it. So there's a lot of stuff that protects you going down the track regularly, but when something goes wrong and you have an engine failure or something, a lot of times we can protect that from being more catastrophic, you know. So
well, that was the impressive part about having that, because I run the 2050 in that engine and the Adrenaline 2050, and with that, when I blew the motor up, it hold on, got a truck going here.
Who is it?
Full pass by Austin Denny. Don't see too many of them.
I know. I was about to say you made it all the way down.
But so what I was getting
Poor
at,
Austin.
right? I know he gets picked on. I pick on him a lot. Which I'm
I just
sure.
stopped by to see if anybody needs fluids, you know. And his answer, it's usually a yes or a no. His is always not yet.
Not yet, right?
I'll get back to you.
God love him. But what I was going to say was about protecting the engine during a catastrophic failure. So when my engine blew up, it actually, as I run a water block still. I don't run a dry block. It torched the cylinder head, filled number 8 full of water, and when it came up, it hydrolocked the cylinder and shoved the injector out. Extra G actually had to walk to the middle of the track and pick up the injector. So yeah, it was interesting. And when your fuel sponsor walks up to you and goes, "Hey, you might want this back," and it's supposed to be in the motor.
Right.
Well, when Dan took that motor apart, when he pulled that rod out, that rod had shrunk a little bit, but the bearing looked brand new.
Nice.
And that was real impressive. It was I like I said, I put a post about it on Facebook. I think I tagged you guys in it, and it was I was shocked. I thought for sure that it was going to I was going to have copper on that bearing. It was going to wipe that bearing out, and it's invaluable.
I think you might be the one.
Oh no.
That coined a new name or phrase based on our fuel and the looks of it.
Oh yeah.
Was that you?
It might have been. It depends on what the phrase was.
I don't know if
I know it scared me a lot when I was putting the engine back in the truck the first time before we ended up pulling it back out. I poured that in the tank and primed the fuel system, and I had a little leak, and I was like, "Why is there coolant coming out of my?"
Right.
It was interesting. It definitely was.
It's got a weird
shock
color.
You.
Yeah, it's a weird color. So Beach Bend, you think you'll be back and have everything?
That's the goal. Be back for Beach.
Okay. Okay.
But in the meantime, let's talk about some events coming up.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So busy month, and I would call it the month of polling.
Yeah.
We have a ton of PPL, NTPA. We've got some more Outlaw Diesel Super Series. So starting off with July 4th weekend, we're hitting 3 different PPL events. We're going to be at the Junction-Town Showdown in Osceola, Iowa. And then I think you and I are going to the Indiana ones, right?
Yep, that's us.
So Terre Haute, Indiana, and then Princeton, Indiana. That's the Vigo County Fair Pole and the Gibson County Fair Pole. We'll be on site for both of those as well. And then the following weekend, guess what? More PPL. We'll be at the Lincoln County Fair in Troy, Missouri, and then go straight over to Red, White, and Boom in Joliet, Illinois. Back-to-back days, the 11th and the 12th. And as Brad Helton just said, we will be down, as Brad just said, we'll be down in Beach Bend for the next race of Outlaw Diesel Super Series. Always look forward to going to Kentucky. It's a good time, and it's a cool track. I love that track.
I'm excited.
Have you been there?
Have I been there?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
Just excited to see
I'm just excited. You said it's a cool track, so I'm
It is.
excited.
It's like a historic track. It's the only track I know that the bleachers right here on the sides are like old school and they're covered. And they're old wooden seats. And like people can like watch in the shade. And you just don't get that opportunity. Ethan!
I'll go get him.
Go grab him.
Okay.
I'll make him come on here. And then after that, or the same weekend as Beach Bend Outlaw Diesel, we are going to be also at NTPA, the Lions Super Pole of the South, down in Chapel Hill, one of my favorite poles. Steinmetz boys with Rex are going to be down there while I'm going to be over at Beach Bend for the Outlaw Series. And then it don't stop. After that, We have Elkhart County Fair in Goshen, Ohio with the PPL. Another PPL at Vanderburgh on July 25th. And then we're doing a double 25th, 26th at NTPA in Fort Recovery, which I think it's our first time going to Fort Recovery. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we have July 26th, the Altamont Effingham County Fair. It never ends. And now we drag somebody else in. Why don't you tell the world who you are and how I know you? You got to get close to that.
All right, I'll get close. I'm Ethan Patterson. I own and operate WP Developments. Kyle's been a supporter of our race program, any type of program that we've had in the diesel motorsports. Actually, I think you've even sent some gasoline oil for the wife's Escalade.
Yeah.
So about everything we own, we have, trust.
Yeah, she's got red diamond at the last race.
Yeah,
yep.
We have hot shots and everything that is on our property anyway. They've been an awesome asset to any diesel motorsport. You couldn't ask for better people, more support, great product. I always tell them how we get into things, is we all don't believe in snake oils, and I gave them that spiel, when we first started this, and the racers have had to prove their product to ourselves with the expensive data logging and just the data that we have, say add FR3 into a regular racing oil that we used to use, and it took less cubes of fuel to fire that motor over. I mean, that right there told us, we were using the best product of the other company, and we added just a little bit of hot shots, and it changed how that thing ran completely. And it's just, I think that was probably 7 years ago, and it's been a partnership ever since for everything we've got.
Well, and you're a dealer of ours, so on that side, you're a sponsored racer, like the relationships tied all around, and you're also somebody that we love because what you guys are doing right now, you guys have been banging out stuff. We love product development. We love product testing. You're a testing partner of ours. But tell me a little bit about the new stuff coming out of WP. Your social's been banging lately with some new products, and tell us about it.
We try to stay up with the hip, newest, latest, and greatest everything. Just like we bought a 2025 ZF 8-speed Cummins. I daily drive a 10R 140 in the 2020 up and newer Fords, and that's really been my concentration the last couple years is design and development on that. The new Hot Shots oil for the ULV is
so he almost killed me over there.
is finally here.
He's been asking for years. Kevin Adams, blame it on Kevin Adams. But we finally just got it out, and I stole some from the shop before it was allowed to go out the door just to get it in his hands, because if I didn't have it in his hands before the public knew, I'd be in trouble. So
yeah, we've been bugging you for a long time on that one. So the 10-speed development is there. We're constantly trying to evolve and adapt to the new algorithms and the new things that engineers add in that haven't been in there in the years past, and we have to learn what their tasks are and what they're going after to achieve the same thing that we are, and as soon as you start adding power to them, we have to just make it all happy.
Right. So. And especially those transmissions, they're dual built by Ford and GM. We really don't know about performance side of them, like longevity, but you're trying to be ahead of the curve on that. I know there's some companies going after that, but where do you see that 10-speed? Obviously, it's going to be in almost the majority of vehicles in the future. Like you're
we have all the the clutch stacks are very, very similar. So we're able to test in a smaller scale with a gasser will climb. Its RPM way faster than a diesel usually does. So we'll learn our hard habits there, and then we'll move that into the diesel
You'll
world.
find the limitations.
Oh, I know for a fact that will happen.
You're good at that.
Yep.
I just remembered something. You got to tell a story. I haven't thought about this in a long time. Because you're a transmission guy. That's your specialty, right?
Yeah.
And one of our most unique products is our shift restore. And when you talk to mechanics, especially these mechanics that hate mechanics in a bottle and additives and stuff, there's nobody that hates additives more than transmission guys. Here comes Nathaniel DeLong. Good full pass.
Yeah.
Sounded clean for Nathaniel.
Yes. Sounded really good.
Charles going crazy. It must have been a good lick.
Yes.
But transmission additives to a transmission builder, man. And I remember, I think you got a winner's box years ago, and it wasn't like a bottle sitting on your trailer forever.
Yeah, it sat in my trailer in a tote. I have a bunch of like oils that, you know, we save for backup, you know.
Right.
And I was like, you know, we probably shouldn't even put this in here, but we'll keep it just in case, maybe on a rainy day.
And you had a rainy day, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We were going to Indianapolis it was called Wild Wednesday down in Indianapolis. It's their test and tune session, and man, I had a two-wheel drive Chevy Allison truck that I pulled around my race trailer with. It was just like, it was real comfy. It had high mileage. You know, it's kind of a beater, but I love that thing.
Yeah.
And we got about halfway there, and it just started acting up on us, and we couldn't figure it out. We actually stopped somewhere and put like a hose on it because it was overheating. We kind of got it cooled down and got to the track, and we were scrambling at the end of our test session what we were going to do. We made it there, barely, and we were trying to figure out what is the next step. What are we going to do? Because we got a 48-foot trailer and a race truck and a stranded tow rig. So we started looking through the trailer, and one of my employees at the time pulls out this thing called Shift Restore, and I was like, what in the heck? And then I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, I think
T for that purpose.
Right.
Not because T for that purpose.
Right.
Not because we don't use the money back guarantee as like, a selling angle, like we want you to have confidence, a selling angle, like we want you to have confidence in the product. It literally was started a long time ago with our founder, Chris, because he said, if the Shift Restore doesn't work, it was never going to work.
Yep.
And you've got to visit with someone like you to get an expensive transmission bill, and we want you to have your $30 back to pay the transmission guy, you know.
Yep.
So there it is. But
no, it's
so I want.
No, it's
so I want to talk about. Big boys are coming up. Big boys are coming up now.
Yep.
Here comes Nick Bell in his pro mod. So Nick's out here running. He goes out to UCC and wins. He's like, heck, I'm going to run the series now.
I guess.
The radial truck's out here.
He just
playing
He
around.
hit that setup right on the head, didn't he? I mean,
he?
switching from slicks to radials is like two different trucks.
And he never was playing on it. It was just kind of like
Diesel drag racing. I did diesel drag racing. I didn't care for the rules, always changing, care for the rules, always changing, and the people always complaining, so I went to somewhere else, and the people always complaining, so I went to somewhere else that had less rules.
Ooh. Smoke tires.
Yep.
Smoke tires.
Yep. And
the final day, and I knew about the final day, and I knew about the truck, and I knew about everything. I had no idea you were truck, and I knew about everything. I had no idea you were going to drive it, and it makes sense. And it makes sense because I know he can't drive it, right? Like NFL rules, they don't let their guys do stuff like that. So when he retires, he'll get to be able to drive it. But
I'm sure he'll be out there.
They said they're like, and here comes Ethan. I'm like, is Ethan in that thing?
Sled, I picked a little bit of the wrong gear set. We had timing slip on our. Thanks for everything. Hot Shots in general. Thank you guys for everything.
Hey, and by the way, this man is married to the lady who throws frisbees in the stands to the top deck. The best arm.
My name is.
Get loud behind us.
All right. My name is Kyle been no hot shot for a long time, ever since Fire Punk, and really got real familiar with in Indiana when you invited us to go to Georgia to go racing at Lights Out.
Yeah, to go play at the gas guys.
Yeah, that was a good event.
Yeah, it was.
Hoping to do that again. We're going to do that again this year?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, it's always the same weekend as the Hub City Dirt Drags, and so we've been trying to go to that. We decided we had to decide between the two, so we decided both.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to do both.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll figure it out.
But
down there, your truck looked a little different.
It did.
And then you came out this year, and the thing is the greenest of my favorite color of green you can imagine. And it's so damn hot and sunny right now. I swear, the sunnier it gets, the better that truck looks.
It looks amazing outside.
It's a crazy color. Big Hot Shots logo on the side. And ever since you brought that out, I've had more people say, I didn't know Hot Shots has their own truck now. And I'm like, that's not our truck. But everybody's...
Y'all helped out a lot with it. A lot.
Well, we're happy to help you. And what you're doing with it is... Diesel stuff.
Yeah.
Who's up?
Damn,
Oh, it's Denny?
Yeah.
Denny Part 2, Pro Mod version. I think Austin Denny just made 2 clean passes in a row.
That looked good. Really
It's
good.
a new record.
Yeah, that looked really good.
So, on it this year, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and you had a good. Just last we saw you was UCC.
Yep.
You were going rounds there.
Yeah, we came in second twice. 2
Right.
races, 2 seconds. We want that win bad, but we're getting there. We're putting ourselves in the position to get a win.
Well, that's the whole thing too. Like
Yeah.
this series, like
It's tough.
if you can put up the, I mean, heck, if you can get top 4,
Yeah.
and you get the points, but 2 second places.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're at in this?
He did. I give it to him.
Impressive.
It's tough to beat somebody when they cut in 007 lights.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
He's had that truck figured out for a long
It's
time.
dialed in.
But where your trucks come
Oh,
so
absolutely.
quickly is
Absolutely.
insane. So
We couldn't get it going to 5s for a whole year.
So yeah, it's Jaylee. Is it Jaylee? Sounded good too.
We finally got in the 5s, and we put a little bit more nicer to it this weekend on
Yeah?
the big end because they don't like the heat. So
No.
Indiana, we couldn't ever get it below 578. That's as fast as we can go all weekend long. So coming here, we put a little bit more nicer to it. Went 571 first pass. So,
Boom.
so it's
That's
working.
where you're sitting right now. 571, third qualifier.
Yes.
You gonna get one more qualifier today?
Yes, sir.
Cool. And then are you gonna be at Beach Bend?
Yes, sir. We're gonna try to.
So-
Truck still running. We'll be there.
So you're in a points battle now.
Oh, absolutely. We want to win.
And it's a brutal class.
It's a very tough class. I mean, you got 5 or 6 that anybody can win it in any given
Yep.
weekend,
Yep.
and you got more and more people trying.
So do you get the truck out anywhere outside of Outlaw? Or, I mean, I know you went down to Georgia with us
Yeah.
last year. And,
We haven't done any racing per se. We did a lot of test and tune local tracks,
right.
but that's really the ODSS, and we go to Diesel Truck Wars in
Yep.
North Carolina a lot.
Cool.
That's one.
And you're down to go back to Georgia again?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Go play with some gas guys?
Yeah, we wanted that win too. We got third that weekend.
Yep,
we
you're on fire.
had transmission problem right there in the
I remember you
semifinals.
guys thrashing in the pits. Like,
We had a lot, and that's another thing. Diesel community is very, very
Awesome.
tight.
it's awesome.
Everybody out there at 11 o'clock.
And
having to
I
work on
think
it.
if I remember right, you didn't really know everybody.
Didn't know.
And I
anybody.
remember kind of talking to you about something, and I was like, I don't know, but I know all these guys
Yeah.
do. They can help out, and you just rally the troops. And these
They
guys
did.
are such a good community, especially when we're down there, because then you go from a diesel environment
Yeah.
to like an entirely gas environment,
Yeah.
and us diesels are just our own little circle
It
there,
was.
and it's cool to watch everybody help each other
They
out.
helped out a lot. We were out there at 11 o'clock at night working on it, and we
Yeah.
got to figure it out. Went out there next morning, went 6-0. So
Yep.
it worked.
So it's gonna be tougher for you to hit the 6.0 now.
I don't think so.
No, you just pull the
No,
nitrous out.
pull
and you're
nitrous
good.
out. Yeah, it's pretty dialed in. We got it tuned pretty dialed back right now. Even run 570, we're still running stock piston 5.9. So
Nice.
We're trying to reserve it as much as we can, but
You'll find that limit.
yeah,
At some point when you need
yeah,
it.
We'll see how long the 5.9 live. But we got regular street fighters in it. I feel they're pretty safe. I think the weak point now.
Yep.
Besides that, I mean, the truck's been more or less bulletproof.
All right. Well, it's been working, so
Yeah,
keep it up.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time at Beach Bend.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Thanks, brother. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Kyle.
Appreciate it, man. And they're still running. Oh. Come here, buddy. We'll get more on. Friends come by the booth. Hey, buddy. What's up? All right, you gotta be loud and talk directly in there.
Oh, hello.
Tell them who you are and how you know us.
I am Aaron Carr. I race 570 class with ODSS.
Did this just happen?
Yes.
What part of the car is this supposed to be on?
Brake caliper bracket.
Oh, it's a caliper bracket. You're all right.
Strange full float.
You're okay then.
Yeah. We're here. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Qualifier number
one?
I would assume so. I'm 5700 with a 4. Off the trailer. So.
That's what I'm talking about. This class is insane. So this year they moved it from a 590.
Rather make it this year. So.
Should be fun. You guys that are running 570, and the question now, since you were at 590s, at 570, is it tough for you to slow to 6, or is that just a nitrous pull for you?
For me, it's just shut the nitrous off
And you're just there.
and go to tune 4 versus tune 5.
And you're there.
Yep.
Well, let's go play with some gas guys.
I plan on it.
Tends to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Now the nose of your vehicle has had a color change. It's not all teal. You want to tell everybody why you changed the color of the front end of the vehicle?
It wasn't by choice, I can tell you that much.
It was pretty.
Where were we at? We were at.
It was at Wagler.
Wagler's.
Yeah.
It wasn't shied. It was shied.
It was shied. Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't that you filming when he hit the
Yeah.
wall right in front of you? Yeah. And our media guy pooped his pants.
It was his
Full
video
poop
that
of
I
the
got
pants.
to figure out what happened.
Yeah. Did you see it break in the video?
I could see it. Like if you messed up the colors really bad, you could see a little bit of color change and see where it broke at.
Right. But you were good. You were safe. Good equipment.
But that's some score.
It's always scary, but always glad to see you guys walk away from it.
Wear
and
it
stuff.
properly.
Yeah. So we appreciate you, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. We'll see you Beach Bend next.
Ideally,
Ideally.
if I can get this fixed up.
Get that taken care of. Go repeat that number, 5700 off the trailer, and see if anybody can mess with you this week because it's always a tight class.
All right. Have
Thanks,
a good day.
homie. And another one. Let's get this guy. Come on over here. We're just going to keep him rolling. We're live. We're just grabbing people who walk by. By the way, I love that shirt, man. It's like my favorite shirt. Yeah. Yeah. So, got to get close to it because it's loud behind us.
Awesome.
So, tell them who you are and how you know us.
Justin Good, MBS Diesel from Knoxville, Tennessee. Kyle's been on board with us with our race program for, I think, 3 years now, and supplies our shop with all our fluids and additives. So, you started as a business relationship, and more now it's, hell, we talk about everything, text back and forth, so it's more of a family relationship now. So.
And you got to let go of the button at UCC.
Oh yeah, finally.
Finally.
So
So tell them about the truck you built.
so in 2021, Joe with HSP Diesel up in Michigan built us a full tube chassis LML Duramax. Started the process then. It's been a long road. A lot of people involved. Wagler competition got us hooked up with a motor. Johnny up at Stainless, that whole crew, man, they have been great for turbos. S&S, Cody Fisher did all the plumbing on it, knocked it out of the park. It's an absolute masterpiece.
Artwork.
Finally got to take it to UCC where we picked it up in 21.
Right.
That was our first race. Mark, Kyler, Twyla from MTKB Racing. We actually spent the whole week up at their shop, just going over the truck front to back, making sure we did not have any problems. Well, we let go of the button once, went like 200 foot, and was like, okay, cool. Turbo let loose. So
Yeah.
the whole Stainless crew were there at the truck. We changed the turbo. We were ready to go. Second hit, we were going to go like 330, 400 foot. My boy Nick said, you know what? I'm coming up there with you. We finally got to let go of the button with each other. 400 foot out, front differential actually bent off the frame 3/4 of an inch and exploded the front carbon driveline from Knoxville driveline. It was not Adam's fault. It actually did what it was supposed to do.
Right.
Went back, stayed up pretty much all night fixing that. All kinds of people come to help. Dan Zelton, RLC guys. Joe was actually over there, left the booth to come over to help me. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Got it fixed, went back out, went a personal best with the truck, and still didn't make a full hit. Differential bent down again about 1/4 of an inch. We took it back to the shop, and we're ready to rock and roll for Bowling Green. Wanted to come down here and race, but had some family matters and we're leaving for vacation tomorrow. So hated we get to miss it. This is our closest event to the shop and home.
You actually get a close one, but
oh yeah,
life happens. Timing
life
didn't work
does
out.
happen. Everything works how it should. So,
But you know, for you to be out, for you to get it shaken all down at UCC, run into problems after a new build, but also be back together and racing with it, send personal best. It's awesome. So now, Beach Bend, are you?
We're coming for it. We're coming for
I
it.
figured as much.
Old Daddy Mark says he's going to give me some nitrous. We haven't turned on any of our nitrous, only the spool jet.
Really?
So, yeah, so I'm excited. He told me to get my seatbelts tight and get ready because we're going fast.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Good stuff. What else you got planned outside of? Are you going to try to hit all the Outlaws?
Plan on being at Bowling Green, plan on being at Shide. We actually got invited to a couple of, I guess you would call it, truck shows. We try to give back to all our sponsors. One of our big sponsors, Knoxville Driveline, is actually putting on, or they're not putting on, but they're the title sponsor of a show down in Nashville the second weekend in July. It's a GM truck.
Oh, I know what
show.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Big show.
I think our president, Brett and Kevin from R&D, I think they go down. Would you ever put a radial on that thing?
Oh, there might or may not be some sitting in the corner at the shop.
Okay.
So,
what are you doing this fall?
oh, well, we plan on coming down and supporting the Hot Shots in South Georgia.
Awesome. And another stranger coming by. Awesome. And another stranger coming by. We love it. Oh, we do have another. Come on up here. We're just going to keep rolling them in. What time is it? We'll keep going. We're good. What's up?
Nothing.
How are you? You got to get
Good,
real
how are you?
close and get loud in there.
Right
Right here.
Okay.
Yep. And it's going to get loud behind us. So.
Okay.
But you know that.
Yeah.
I just saw you go down. Well, first of all, tell them who you are and how you know us.
I'm Jaylee Wagler, and I am very good with friends with Kyle. Is this live?
It's live. It's as live as
I'm
it
so
gets.
awkward. Okay. I'm
You're
Jaylee
good.
Wagler, and I run the 570 class and the top diesel class. And Kyle here, I run all his feel and everything. So we just made 2 qualifying hits for the top diesel and the 570 class.
Did you hot lap them?
Yeah.
How'd you finish?
The last lap I made, I red lit on accident by
See, you're getting aggressive. You're getting really
Yeah.
aggressive.
Well, I'm kind of getting a little nervous on this track, just a little bit.
It's a short one. You figured out the shutdown?
Yeah.
Throwing the chutes.
A lot earlier.
Good.
Yeah.
Every pass you're throwing them though.
Yeah.
Good.
For this, I didn't do it at UCC because
No,
that's such
but-
a long and smooth
Yeah.
shutdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's a tight one here. You got to kind of learn to shoot
So
them early.
I'm getting a little used to it, but at first I'm a little nervous with it.
See, now, don't believe her because she always tells us she gets nervous at the line. And you don't have a lot of seat time, but you do. You're getting a lot of
Yeah.
seat time now. And your first event at Wagler Motorsports Park, she won the class, which, as you know, it's another 570. The class is insanely tight. I think Aaron just said he ran a 5700 off the
Yeah.
trailer. So it's a crazy tight class. But she wins it in her first ever outing. And then she tells us she gets nervous at the line when there's a lot of people there. And I don't believe her. I don't believe her at all because the more people are there, and then like at UCC, it's a big crowd. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people there. There's a lot of people on the line. And you were just killing the lights.
I try not to look at the crowd anymore.
Good.
I used to wonder and like look around, and I try
Just
to
look at the tree.
Yeah.
Just look at the tree.
Yeah.
But I swear the bigger the stage, the better lights you cut. So I
don't know why.
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
So my first one I did a 0 like 94, so it wasn't very good. But I haven't tested or anything since UCC, so
Yep.
I'm still kind of getting a little bit hang of it.
Well, and because you have the dragster, it allows you to run 2 classes.
Yes.
I know one of the cool things that your build is so cool. The dragster's so cool, and it's almost I hate when people say this, but it really is the truth. it shows how a budget build. Now, granted, she's got the best like Wagler competition parts in the world on there and stuff, but it is a reasonable build, reasonable cost build. And then I know even Jeremy was talking about we did some things with how much fuel you use.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 pints a
Right.
pass or something like that. So we're like not having to fill up each pass either.
Yeah,
so.
it's such a small fuel quantity amount.
Yeah,
and
we didn't go through that gallon that you had gave us at
Right.
CC yet. So
You're
we're still burning
in
off
double
that.
classing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you see a difference when you hot lap, or would you rather not if you didn't have to?
No, I like it because I feel like I'm still like focused and
And
everything.
the adrenaline's still
the
there.
heat is what gets
Oh, it's so
me.
hot today. Isn't
Yeah, like I'm trying not to wear my fire suit as much as possible,
Right.
and then I'm like rushing putting it on. And
Right.
The heat is where, and then I have to cool down the transmissions. What's get the most hot.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So how has the class treated you since you came storming in and started beating up on these big old bearded diesel dudes?
All of them's been pretty nice. They were very welcoming. Yeah. It was very different, so I think it was a little bit of an adjustment, like a dragster in 570, but then let alone when we went to PA, we double entered.
Right.
So that caused like a lot of confusion.
Right.
So I think everybody's been really friendly though and nice and
Awesome.
very helpful.
It's a good
so
group.
it is.
They're all willing to help out
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Yeah, I'm glad that there is a group like ODSS to race in because I've ran like other stuff out of ODSS,
Yep.
and I would rather do this because not everybody's so friendly and
no,
yeah.
the rest of the world's a little different.
Yeah, so
And
we're lucky to
you
have
guys
a
are
group of
crazy
people.
competitive, but at the same time, I'm happy that you're dragging your dad out here. I've seen more of Jeremy Wagler this year
I know.
than ever.
He didn't
And
even know if he told me
You guys-
Thursday that he wasn't sure if he was going.
Right.
And then finally he packed up and went with us.
good.
Yeah.
Now, I need you to confirm or deny a rumor. It's not even a rumor. I saw it. On your post, Jeremy said he's coming back.
Yeah.
Is he coming back?
Yeah. So we were waiting on his engine to deliver back, but he's got it at the shop today, I believe. So
Awesome.
that should be going in whenever he gets time. He's busy, but
Sure. You.
so as soon as he gets that, and I'm thinking he's still wanting to do the blower on it, so that's going to take a little bit of time to figure out because years ago when they were running it before it got wrecked, that was the issue was the blower. So
Yep.
he's going to have like a battery and stuff running it. And
That was it's still one of the craziest sounding engines
Yeah.
I've ever heard. So
yeah, I'm excited to have him back out there because I mean he goes with me anyway, but
right.
to have him like run with me would be
Yep.
cool. He says he's going to beat up on me, which he will.
I don't
but
know. I bet he's rusty. I bet you tree the shit.
I said, you've been retired for a while. You might have to step down, and then I have to move up a little bit. And he's like, no. So I didn't get to convince him of that. But I'm glad he's getting back out there. 'Cause
That's awesome. We all
he's
are.
always working on everyone else's
Yeah.
stuff. He might as well enjoy it. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs
so
to.
It'll be
Good
nice
stuff.
having him back out there with us.
So we got you for the rest of the series. You're gonna make Beach Bend.
That's the plan. That's Kentucky, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to that one. That one we plan to maybe turn it up. I'm needing bead locks, so we're gonna get those on order, and we plan on turning it up there.
Nice.
Because I feel like that's a more like I would feel comfortable there.
Yep.
I would feel more like comfortable there, and that would be the track to do, is what I've heard. So
Yep.
I feel like that's the track.
And then you come back home for
yeah,
Shide.
So our track at Shides is my home track.
And I'll tell you, these 570 guys are in trouble if you're in a points chase and it goes down to Shide and you get back to your home track.
I know.
They're in
So,
trouble.
Shides, I feel like, I don't want to say it's my comfort zone, but like, that's the track I grew up running.
Right.
So, yeah.
I did notice your brother's hair is extremely long.
I know, he won't make no more bets with me. I've tried, but he won't.
She got to shave his head last year. That was the first
Shides,
race.
Yeah.
Yep. When
So-
she came out and won, and would you bet him that?
I was going to shave his head.
What was the bet? That you actually win it
Um,
all?
If I won, then I got to shave his head.
Not just a round, but
Just won the whole thing.
oh, so he
So-
felt there's no way you're
Yeah.
winning your first race.
Yeah, so it got down to like the semifinals, and he was like, "Oh God, this is getting real." But he won't make any more bets with me. I was kind of bummed.
Smart brother. Smart brother.
He's supposed to be getting out here. He turned 16 in July, so I think it would be awesome to have us all coming out. But
Are you going to be his crew partner then and line him up and everything?
Yeah, that's
awesome.
the plan. If I could.
So who's going to help Jeremy? Jeremy's on his own then.
Well, he's got plenty of people. I can try to. We'll be running like crazy if we all do, but that's the plan. Jackson has a little S10 that my dad raced when he was 16. So we're gonna try to get that going for him. And
awesome.
Yeah. So
there'll be a lot of wagglers on the track.
Yeah. So hopefully it all goes as planned, but
cool.
Projects get delayed and things come up, so we'll see.
Well, I think you know what, projects do get delayed a lot, and I got to shout out Waggler, because for some reason, when I'm always hearing people are waiting on parts, waiting on engines, every time I hear, well, but Waggler got it to me overnight before the race. And
I think every day I'm overnighting parts to somebody.
Right.
Somebody that needs them or broke or.
Be grateful though, because I'll tell you why. Everybody remembers their rods and their engines and the stuff they need from you. The last thing they remember, they're calling me like the day of. Like, can you same day ship oil? I forgot the oil. And I'm like,
gosh. Yeah.
So I know what it's like to send stuff last minute.
He's helped a lot of people.
Yeah. So cool. We'll see you at Beach Bend, and good luck the rest of the weekend here. And we'll be following you, and our media guys will get on you, and we'll show these people some more of what you do this weekend.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Good seeing you.
You too.
Daily Waggler 570. Uh-oh. Come on up here. I'm just going to keep going.
This looks like nothing but trouble.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good.
Sorry.
You're live.
Oh, sweet.
So why don't you tell these people who you are and how you know us?
Yeah, so I'm Ryan Reiser. I work for S&S Diesel Motorsport on the motorsport side of things. So
Get close, by the way.
Motec calibration and anything electronics, and then obviously I help with the fuel system development. I come from Standardine, so previous to S&S, I did a bunch of R&D on the diesel fuel side of the world.
Yeah.
So.
And this truck of yours, now, I love them all. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Cummins guy.
Yeah.
Naturally. But I still believe you probably have the best looking truck. Like,
Thank you.
There's something about those bodies just look good, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
my dad and I poured a lot of work on that. It was started off as a college dream with a college budget.
Get close.
And we just started building.
It's such a clean, and the color is great. Like, it's just such a clean looking truck.
It's all great until you're sitting in the staging lanes like today, and it's 100 degrees.
It's so
and
hot.
You're just sweating. It's just running out of you. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, working on my diet. So.
You got to sweat it out. So did you get a lick in already?
I did. It went terrible.
Did you? Great.
So for some reason, brake pressure was there, but it just kept pushing through the brakes. Crossville has a weird tendency of messing with spool stuff, too. So it took like 40 years to come up on the Charger.
Really?
So, yeah. We'll go back and we'll figure it out. Not a big problem.
Air's not good.
It's not.
It is probably the worst area we've seen all year.
It is, and we're learning the truck. This year, obviously, going faster in the 570 class, so we're spending a lot of time learning. Like Rockingham, we tried one strategy with wastegates, and then we went to a different strategy at Indy because we needed more horsepower, and it's been a different year for us.
So is this your first trans brake?
There is no trans brake. That's the weird thing, right?
Really?
It's a foot brake, line lock situation going on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the cab.
Wow.
To get it rolling.
It's keeping you busy in there.
So we're learning a lot. So like this is the third year running the truck. The first year we were in 670. The second year we ran 590 last year, and now we're going 570 this year. So every year we've been progressively going faster, and every year is a learning curve. We can't use any data from the year before.
Nope. Not when you keep going faster.
No, so it's been a lot of fun, and it's just me and my dad. So.
A lot of Firewire trucks here. They got like 3 or 4 trucks here.
This is a pretty cool seat.
Like
yeah, the live video's got to be awesome.
Yeah, I know. We had audio problems earlier. I was like, let's just leave the camera on and let them watch it until we can figure it out.
That's cool.
So what's up next for you? You're going to be at Beach Bend?
Yeah, we plan on traveling all of it this year.
Good.
I had a little one last year in April, and we traveled every race last year. My wife's a saint. She takes care of the little one. She keeps up with it. Her birthday today is today.
Happy
So,
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, honey, if you're watching. She's real impressed with me here, but it's okay. She's a trooper.
Yeah.
She understands. But yeah, it's the plan is to run the circuit, and we have a lot to prove with the Ford.
Yep.
So right now we're sitting at number 1, but I don't feel comfortable there at all.
Right.
Brett
Well,
and Skylar are breathing down our neck, and
we keep talking about, I don't know, this must have been like the 570 interview class right now because they have both come on. I think Aaron Carr ran a 5700 off trailer. Had some brake problems, so
Yeah.
we'll see where he's at with it. But it's got to be the tightest class. That's the loudest truck. I don't know what kind of exhaust he has on that, but it's like a trumpet every
Pointed at
time.
us.
But the 570 class is so insane.
Oh, it is.
How tight it is, and it's the class that just got moved.
Yep.
So it was a 590 to 570, and I was like, oh, that's going to set that class back like a year. Nope.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the number in that class.
There's a lot of, there's been a lot of work done to a lot of trucks over the winter. Everyone in that class is a competitor.
Right.
That's what makes it so hard. You can get a truck that runs the number. That's a hard thing.
Yep.
Because you think about it, these are 8-second quarter-mile trucks.
Right.
Really, if
That's
you
what
run them
people
out,
don't get. Like,
they're flying.
and I love when I see people that don't really understand, and they're like, oh, why do they run 1/8 mile? Why don't they run quarter? It should be quarter mile. These are heavy trucks.
Yeah.
And a 570, what's that? What's your quarter mile time roughly?
I've never ran the truck out to a quarter.
But it would
it's gotta
be
in
a-
the 8s, I assume.
Oh yeah.
850.
850, like a 570s and 850. A low 8. So a low 8 quarter mile pass.
And keep in mind, these
That's
trucks are
moving.
4,000 plus pounds.
Right.
I don't think anybody's under 4,000.
No. And the guys that are
It's a
normally
drag
running 8-second quarter miles
And this guy.
are 2,500 pound cars. You
Yep.
know, it's like, so come do it with a 4,000 pound truck and want to slow it down.
And
like,
make
good
laps.
luck. Yeah.
That's the kicker, right?
Right.
Like, we run all these laps with these heavy trucks,
Right.
and you better be on it.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah.
And then like Brett last race, he was cutting 00 lights.
He's a beast.
That's
He's a monster.
wild.
The whole class is. And Jaylee, too, like, we were just talking to her about it. Like, she always like, oh, I'm so nervous at the line and stuff. It's like, fooled us.
Yeah.
Like, she just goes in there. She stages so quick and cuts lights. Like, she just
Yep.
does it. So,
Yeah, like it's her job.
Yeah.
She's real good. She's come a long way.
yeah.
From watching the test pass videos I got to her first race and then winning it, like, wow, she makes it look so easy. So easy.
So, I assume you do all your own tuning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I do for a job. It's also
Right.
what I do as a hobby. So
Right.
we learn a lot that way. I've learned a lot with that thing.
Right.
I came on board at SNS about 2 years ago, and then
and you're like remote for SNS?
I
Like-
am. So SNS is based out of Seymour, Indiana, and I
Right.
work out of my shop in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Gotcha.
So, but I do quite a bit of traveling to help support customers and whatever not. Like whether the customers in Missouri, Utah, Canada, we'll travel and do on-site tuning.
Speaking of Utah, we just announced earlier that we're going to Speed Week for the first time this
Oh,
year.
Sweet.
Tim Boyle, I think you know.
Yep.
Are you guys going? I know. I asked them. They said they're going to be out there. I didn't know who was going.
Yep.
Is that something you go to?
So Andre went last year. Let these guys go. So I've never been to Speed Weeks. We went last year, me and Andre. We have a customer by the name of David Pilgrim.
Yep.
He built a brand new Streamliner.
Yep.
Andre did all the calibration work on that. I was just kind of along for any other additional support. And man, you talk about a cool experience.
Yeah, I'm
It is
looking forward to
awesome.
it. Yeah.
It is the coolest thing ever.
So tell me something. I hear the sand is like really weird. It's not like beach sand. It's
No.
like sticky,
Well, it's not
clumpy.
sand, it's salt.
Right.
So it looks like snow. You roll up, it's 120 degrees, no humidity, and it looks like snow across the desert. And it's I don't know, in some spots it's like 3 inches thick, some spots it's like little tiny, maybe 1/4 inch thick, and when you break through, it's the grossest mud underneath it.
No kidding.
Yeah, so last year, if you ever talk to the ARP guys,
Yeah.
they sponsor the Speed Demon.
Yeah.
So they went out the backside
Get close.
and got stuck out in the mud out there.
Oh, I've
So
heard
they
of
got
that.
Their car stuck, the van stuck, and the tow rig stuck. So it was a whole ordeal.
I've seen some pictures of people completely buried out there.
Oh yeah. It's a lot. It's the most fun of different motorsports I've ever been to.
Right.
Just because it's so much different.
Right.
And it's a dying breed who wants to do it. But when you go, you're like, oh,
this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is awesome. We're going 3
The
hours
only thing
plus.
that sucks is they got such a small window.
One time a year, well, 2 times, right, to go on the salt.
Yep.
So you can go to the one in August or the one in later fall.
Yep.
So, no, it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
We're looking forward to going. It should be fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, thanks for coming by, bro.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
good luck.
I appreciate
do
it.
you know where you're sitting qualifying right now?
Dead last have to be.
Right.
We pushed through the brakes and it just went right to red. So we got.
And you're gonna get one more today?
One more today. Yeah.
Okay.
I think in a couple minutes actually. So.
You better get up there.
Yeah. We'll go give it a whack. I
All
appreciate
right,
it.
we'll watch you.
Thank you.
All right, brother. I guess we'll take this guy up here. Okay. Are you going to be called up too?
I mean, if they're getting ready to call 570, pro model coming up soon.
All right. So, tell these people who you are and how you know us.
My name's Austin Denny. I drive the Warren Diesel Pro Street Truck and Pro Mod, and I use hot shots in literally everything. I think our relationship got started back in the 5R days with the Pro Street Truck, and you just walked down and said, put this dang transmission fluid in your truck so you can stop melting it, basically, and magically it worked.
You probably are also known for the guy that has left the most Hot Shots secret oil on the track.
You're probably not wrong. Hey, I don't like being slow. I'm going to send it either way.
Yeah, Ralph would probably attest to that. So,
Hey, Ralph still says he loves me, so.
He says he loves you.
He might not, but he says he does.
I think he does. But, you know, it's like the one kid that you're like, eh.
Yeah. Hey, we made 2 passes.
I love it, though, because I have always admired, loved your passion. You have, like, maybe your own doing, putting yourself into some situations, but you never give up. I've seen you thrash overnight more than anybody, and you're always back the next round, and you always finish. And now you're doing it with 2 trucks. I'm like, how are you doing this? Like,
I got a good crew.
yeah,
That's
you
what
do.
It comes down to. Especially today. I told him after we were staying up there for the pro mod before the lightning made us pass. I said, hey, guys, just so you know, I'm going to be useless after this because it's hot. I'm sweating bad.
It's hot out here. It is.
It's not even as hot. It's humid.
Yeah.
The
The
humidity
air is
unreal.
terrible. Yeah.
It was funny. Everybody kept asking me, like, well, you got time? Are you just going to undo the suit? And I'm like, no. My shirt's soaked underneath. If I undo the suit, it's just going to be way worse.
Yeah. So you almost hot lapped you human because I saw you go down. Sounded like both passes were clean. Did you get clean heads
the Pro Street truck pushed a boot off. We're fighting a little problem with the piping.
Close.
It's a new development. It happened since UCC. I think it blew on the dyno, and I think it bent some stuff, and we thought we had it fixed, but it pushed it off again. So you, in typical Austin Denny fashion, you might see some like ratchet straps on that truck holding, make sure things don't push too far, because that was a 33 with a really slow 60-foot, just right down Broadway, and I was like, okay, we can. There's a lot left in the tank.
You can turn that.
And then the Lightning, it's still, I don't know if anybody knows, that was probably only my 7th attempted pass, and it was only the second one that went A to B. So
that's a win.
It's already in the 560s.
It's probably your best data you have on it then, right?
Yeah, and that was no lockup. I threw the chutes at like 300 feet because everybody's like, just shut down the shutdown. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what this 2-wheel drive life's like. So threw the chutes really early. It only went 101 at 568. So I was like, there's a lot of improvement
With
here.
the chutes through the end.
Yeah, I was like, there's a lot left here. So.
Well, are you going to? How much are you going to push?
Oh, we're the Pro Street truck. I'll probably let it sit this evening. I'm gonna go focus on the Lightning. That's what we're really here with. And the Pro Street truck's just one of those things. It's it likes making laps and being healthy now. So it's kind of hard to leave the. I don't know. It's like an artist going to the track without his paintbrush or to the art room. You can't just leave the thing sitting at home.
Right.
It's sitting there healthy. I'm gonna go racing. I mean, we did UCC and it was still healthy. And somebody, my girlfriend said, "Well, WDI is hosting a dirt drag next weekend in Pennsylvania," and I'm like, "Great."
You
So we
are.
undid all the sled
You
pull
are
stuff.
always
and
everywhere.
We went dirt dragging the next week, and then last weekend, God bless her, she tried making me go to a wedding, and I said, "I'm sitting at home because next weekend we have to go to Tennessee."
Well, another thing that you do is dirt drag, and you going to Hub City this fall?
I'll be there. I'm back-to-back champ. I got to go for the three-peat.
You've been on my back about getting up to Hub City. It just so happens to be the fall one is always on our trip down to Georgia for No Mercy. And so this year we went to the spring one. It opened up. You didn't go, but I went, and guess what? We're coming in the fall.
Are you?
Yep. We're going to do both. We're going to do No Mercy.
I'm glad. I was really nervous because I know we pushed to get you guys there. And I'm like, man, I hope it's not a flop of an event. And I started getting Snapchats and videos. I'm like, oh, it looks packed.
Oh,
and
it
like
was awesome.
A banger
It was
event.
awesome. And they're like, oh, this is the little one. Come back in the fall. I'm like, all right, we got to do
Hey,
that.
those Wisconsin guys, they like to party. It's
They
a good time
do.
up there.
It's a wild event. It's very cool.
Riley Anderson, if anybody's curious, the Hub City Dirt Drags, he puts on a hell of an event. It's
Yep.
a good time.
It is. It is. And we'll be there, and you'll be there
Oh, yeah.
to try to three-peat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, go get your suit on and get in the lanes. Love you, brother.
Love you.
Woo! You want to jump on here? Are you eating? You want to jump on? We're late anyways. We're running over. I don't think we've ever put you on in this way. It's a cute shirt. I know why now. Now I get it. Why you're dressed like that.
Because I have no clothes.
I know.
Right.
So tell these people who you are and how you know us. Get close.
I'm Matt Rice, and I have been with Hot Shots, but not as an employee for probably 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah,
Yep.
at least.
So it started with, making some videos and making some content, and then come out to races, and then make that content, and now I work closely with. Does the world know her nickname?
Pickles?
Yes, Pickles.
Yeah.
Okay. I work closely with Pickles.
Yeah.
And the rest of the marketing department, and do a lot of stuff in social media. Work with some of our influencer relationships, and so got my hands in a lot of things.
The stuff you see on these social media channels you're watching right now are a big product of Matt, of Brandon, who's stuffing his face behind the camera.
Yep, Lemonade Man.
Of Pickles. It's a good collaborative effort. Actually, it's really Brandon.
He's the brains behind it.
Yeah, like he shoots it, she posts it. He's the one that makes it all look good.
Yeah.
And we call him the Lemonade Man because I'm the one that always gives him lemons.
And
so he makes me look good when he gives me a shot. I'm like one frame of like an entire video you watch on our channels, but I'm here for a job.
Yeah.
I'm here for a job.
It works. C-Roll does, provides a valuable resource.
Do you want to tell them why you're dressed so strangely? Oh, and I've got a solution to this, by the way.
So it all started when I was born. But no, really, we had some trouble getting into the Nashville airport yesterday.
Yeah, you're supposed to be here too.
Yep, couple flights, couple issues. Actually, there was a tornado at the Formula Drift event in Jersey. That's the one that stopped all incoming and outgoing flights at Baltimore. So just had a rough travel day, and we ended up in Nashville, and our luggage didn't.
Yep. No luggage.
So today we went out and bought some new clothes, and
I think I can probably outfit you in some Hot Shots gear.
I would think so by now. Do we have the thing you showed me the other day?
No.
Are those here? No.
Tees? Yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
It's on its
We
way.
did see it. We do have a new shirt coming. It's very cool. Another thing that we just kind of talked about, a new thing that's coming for us. Now, back in the day, it was just me out here with a camcorder trying to look good and editing stuff in like Microsoft Paint and whatnot. I remember when you came on board, you really cleaned up the game for me. And then since you've built, you hired Brandon, you've got a nice team now, you've grown the team, and now you're more involved even doing with our influencer program, all this other stuff. How much have you seen this Diesel Motorsports change? And I mean that because, do you remember when you started, you remember we called you?
Diesel Dumb.
Diesel Dumb.
Yeah.
Which is great because Matt's got like a drag racing background, which helps from the video side. He knows how to capture stuff and what to look for. But he knew nothing about diesels. But we always said being Diesel Dumb is good for the video guy because that way he can shoot the stuff that like we take for granted that we see all the time.
Yeah.
But you are no longer Diesel Dumb.
Unfortunately.
You're pretty much Diesel expert now.
Yeah.
So how has that transition been from, did you ever think you'd be where you are today as a known diesel person?
I didn't think so, and it's wild because we talk about some of the things that have happened over the years, and like the fastest diesel records, I've been in person for every one of them.
Right.
Like I've been standing on the starting line, whether it be Firepunk or Cordova or whatever, like all of them, you know. So it's progressed a lot, and it's interesting to see how many folks have been able to take this and continue to push it and continue to push the records forward in four-wheel drive, even just two-wheel drive diesel overall.
Well, and I think that is the biggest difference between the gas and the diesel stuff. And it's no discredit to the gas stuff. It's just that there's a million more of them out there that have pushed these records for a long time. And the technology on the diesel side of things is advancing so quickly that they're setting records like every weekend and gapping old records. Like each year, it moves leaps and bounds, not by 10 1,000ths of a second broken.
And
go ahead.
And as some of those folks venture outside of places they typically race, where now we've got guys come into radial stuff and they want to really put down the power. There's more radial cars coming.
There's radial cars here that aren't supposed to be here that put on some
slicks,
some
just to
floppies and are out here doing well.
Yeah, because you don't radial race in the summer, so you got to do something. Right?
Yep, you got to keep busy. And speaking of other diesels setting new records, and in outside this regular diesel drag racing area, we've got a cool trip coming up that we just announced today that you're coming along. We're going to the Salt Flats for some land speed stuff, which will be new for me and you.
Yeah.
And I was talking to some SS guys. They go out there for it, and we're going to go out and support Tim Boyle and a couple other drivers out there. And I always give these guys, our media guys, a hard time because, they talk about aperture and lighting and lenses, and I'm just like point and shoot.
We're video nerds.
You are.
Too, yeah.
But you have that one lens that's like stupid wide.
Yep.
If it's not in this crazy wide lens stuff. But I was like, if there's ever a good opportunity to like break that thing back out, we're going to be shooting the longest, skinniest car. A quarter
Which is
mile.
exactly what that lens is for.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to this. Like we've been to so many places over the years. We forget some places, and the stuff that we start adding over time. So like I remember when I first went to Big Rig Challenge. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get Matt Rice up here.
Yeah.
And now you don't miss that one. It's like you've been there the last couple of years now.
It's cool because as the industry continues to grow and the people push in motorsports and different facets of motorsports, it allows us to be and think about.
Right.
Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, if you had said, hey, in 6 years you're gonna go land speed racing, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure,
Right,
yeah.
right.
But here we are, and we're gonna get to do it and go support these guys and the teams that do it. So it's awesome to have that opportunity to be able to experience the different facets of motorsports.
Yep.
So, and I know that there's things coming in other areas too, in other styles of racing, and it's all growing pretty rapidly, and it's been fun to watch.
In our media, in our social, all the other stuff you do for us, personally, you're a drag racer and a user of Hot Shot Secret products as well.
Yes.
So you're, what is it? It's like I'm not just the president, but I'm also a customer or whatever it is. So yeah, you out here and shoot and represent what these guys do, but you personally use it. So I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
What's your Hot Shot Secret hero story? When did you find crap, this stuff works?
It's why we have a new product coming to market specifically for the LS market. And it was a moment when I realized I had poured some Stiction Eliminator into a junkyard 5.3, and I'm...
Because that's his world.
Yeah.
He's an LS guy.
Junkyard stuff I did for the longest time, and one day I pulled the valve covers on the 5.3, and I was like, it looks beautiful in here. Like, this is not a junkyard engine anymore. And I picked up the phone, and I was like, hey, you guys know that it does that? And they're like, yeah, we know. And I was like, yeah, we should tell the whole world about that. So
shout out to Ralph at TVC. He's loud, but he's cleaning up the track for these guys.
that was I just put this product in the oil. I didn't do anything different. I didn't run anything different. All I did was put the product in the oil, and I saw what it physically did to the inside of that engine.
And you're a guy that sees.
I was seeing them quite a bit those days. So that was definitely it. And then obviously through the work of just getting to speak to people, and people are so passionate when they tell you their stories, because as a company that's a solution-driven company, we provide solutions, we solve problems for people, and when you get to see them face to face and they tell you these stories, they're excited about it.
Sure.
Because oftentimes it's usually on the tail end of, I was able to do this, which saved me from thousands of dollars in repairs, or another huge headache, another big expensive bill. So doing that through the years, and then obviously, then I bought a diesel truck.
Yeah.
Then I started towing with a diesel truck. Then I started, no EDT, let's track the mileage. Now EDT, let's track the mileage. We're using EDT every time, So, yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It has, and it continues to whatever's next for us. So, all right, I'm kicking you out, and we're gonna bring Pickles back in to close down the
Perfect.
show.
I got some
Before
food
you
to eat.
go,
Yes, sir.
we had a lot of 570 guys stop by.
Yes.
I think Aaron was 5700
On the dot.
off the trailer, shredded a brake or something, calipered. I specifically want your prediction on the 570 class this weekend. Who's winning it?
Ooh. Aaron could pull it off, but he is broken right now. Jaylee is tough to beat. She's tough. I'm gonna say Jaylee. But Brett Markham. It's the hardest class. It could be
Skyler
anyone's.
has been on the number, and he just lost to Brett at UCC only because Brett does what Brett does and killed a tree in the finals and just walked away. But
And Cody Helms. I mean, it's
yeah.
the competition. I will say for the first. How many? Ralph.
Come on, Ralph.
Give it a break.
No, he's got a Hot Shots logo on it.
He
He's just
does.
going slowly in the background.
I think this is the third ODSS race of the year.
Yep.
Third or fourth, but at first it was very entertaining to watch the guys transition from 590 to 570.
That's what we talked about. I
And
thought that would be a longer time
No.
to get there. They were
Nope.
like, nope,
they're here
there
already.
it is.
Yep. 2 races, and they're back to
On the number.
on the number.
Just
So
back to who's cutting the tree.
what I think we should do. Hear me out, Greg Jolly.
Greg Jolly,
rotating.
pay
We
attention.
pull out of a hat every event, either 590, 580, or 570. Switch it up every time.
Well, but once they get that 570, like I asked the guys that are coming back down to Georgia to run 6.0, they're like, oh, no problem. Just don't take that much nitrous back out.
Yeah, they
Because
just slow
right
it
now
down.
they're just nitrous their way to 570. So
It was very entertaining to watch initially. Them guys try to run the number, and it made it super exciting. And I just wish that we could keep that going. Because don't get me wrong, it takes a lot of skill. It takes a lot to be at the top of that class, and not to discredit any of them. But I love watching it shake up.
well, and here's the other thing that I think you'll like. I thought the 570 was a natural thing to do because we have 770, 670, 570. We kind of have a 470, cert limit. But moving that 590 to 570 gets closer to 530.
530.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It
And
could be a killer group of dudes in a 530 gangster.
I think that they would, and they have the ability. They have the ability to be that consistent, to hit the tree, and to do what they need to do. So if they get it down to 530, I mean, then it's another mix-up, right? Then you start seeing diesels show up at places you don't expect them to be, and it really does well for the crowd and the fans. They really enjoy it when they get to see it. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well,
Sweet.
thank you, homie. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate Brandon. He's the one that makes us all look better. You want to finally join us? You just been doing nothing. By the way,
Watching.
the earrings of the show. Many compliments.
They're
They are
popular.
cool. They are. Everybody's said something.
Yeah.
All right, so we're over time
Oh yeah.
considerably.
Very much.
So let's quickly run through our closing stuff here. What else do we got? We got some reviews. You want to do that one?
Yeah, so Danny left a review on EDT. He said diesel motors can be finicky. They require a specific type of care, including fuel treatments. I noticed a smoother operation after adding Hot Shot Secret to my tank. I think of it as really cheap insurance to keep your fuel injectors and fuel system happy and operating optimally. So we're going to send him a bottle of EDT to thank him for the 5-star review.
Awesome. EDT 16 squeeze, right?
Yes.
Hey, Brandon, can you toss me a 16 squeeze EDT?
Did you get any questions?
I haven't even looked.
Oh, Colt Carter says hi.
What's up, Colt?
And Paul Edwards. Lots of people
Boom.
saying hi.
Boom. There you go. Someone's our 5-star review is getting one of those.
Yes.
And we're also going to pick someone at the end, so say hi.
Yes.
Still time. You had like an hour and a half to say hi. and we also are going to do our viewer featured ride of the week, right?
There it is.
There it is. Roman Suarez.
Cool truck.
I know that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So does it stay up all week? Is there a day you take it down?
Every Friday I change it.
Every Friday it's changed.
So today was the first
how
day
did
up.
how did they get their truck?
Any-
Or it doesn't have to be a truck.
It doesn't have to be a truck. It could be anything, any vehicle.
I want to see something weird again.
Yeah.
We had something weird recently. Oh, it was like Matt's golf cart.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one. Good one. I still want a lawnmower, like a weed whacker. Just a guy with like a weed whacker, holding a weed whacker, like tool of the week.
Yeah.
We have promos.
I missed the promos. Oh
They're
yeah.
They're on there somewhere.
Final day.
Today is the last day to spend $50 on our website on hotshotsecret.com and get a free funnel kit. There are 4 different funnels in there.
Yep.
You can get it for free if you go on our website and buy what you would normally buy. Like, stack it up.
And we just offered this out here at our events. We give you a free little gift at $50, and we offered the funnels and the T-shirts. A lot of people are like, I want funnels.
They're very popular.
They are very popular. So last day for this?
Last day.
$50
No code,
purchase.
No code needed.
And we'll just throw it on, no code, just it's coming.
Yep.
You spend $50, it's coming along.
Exactly. And then coming up, June decal with their order. So I see people being like, I want a decal. Where's my decal? Place an order. Now you
Just
can get a decal.
Anytime over that period.
Yep. 27th through 30th.
Or you stop by our booth at
Oh yeah.
anytime we're out at any of these races or polls, free stickers.
We make it rain stickers.
We'll make it rain stickers. This is not on there, but I want to show this real quick.
Oh yeah.
Boom!
What is that?
What is that?
I don't know.
Diesel injector flush is officially available. We launched this yesterday, made it available.
Yesterday. Yep.
So we will do a special on this sometime because we're really late. We're not going to jump into this, but I'm going to tell you exactly what this is. This is the strongest fix all your injector issue problems you've ever had cleaner that's ever been developed. So people know us from our EDT. Still going to stage for a while. That's how long this lasts. He better check his transmission fluid. He was on that for quite a while. But sometimes we explain the Diesel Extreme and the EDT. It's a 2-step process. They both got 6 ingredients: injector cleaner, water demulsifier, lubricity, cetane, stabilizer, you name it. Diesel Extreme we crank up the injector cleaner to an insane level so you can do a deep clean every 6,000 miles or so and run EDT in every tank. So one thing I always tell people in the field, like in my layman's way of explaining it, is that Diesel Extreme's like going to the dentist periodically for a deep clean, and EDT is your everyday treatment. It's like brushing your teeth every day. So where do we put diesel injector flush in that? I'm calling this orthodontal surgery. So if it's an issue that is beyond what Diesel Extreme can do in a tank full, This product is a really cool product. It'll be sold in a gallon size, available through our dealer network. We'll also be selling it in a quart bottle. What makes this different is we're feeding this product directly to your fuel rail. So it's not going to be diluted into your fuel. It runs directly on. So there is a service component to this. We'll also be offering a quart bottle, which will allow you to pour directly into a fuel filter. So it's a direct charge all right into the fuel system. But this stuff right here, this stuff will clean the heck out of that injection system. So it's out, it's available. We'll do another show. And if you check our socials, we'll have a lot of info about this coming. Beautiful truck right here. Gen 1 Dodge, beautiful. So a lot more is coming on this product, but it is out and available. If you're a dealer out there, call your AE. We can get it shipped out to you and then get all the information on it. But new product. We love new products, right?
Yeah.
New product coming out. So it's here. You going to pick a winner?
Yes.
Who we got?
We got Todd Roberts.
Todd Roberts.
Congratulations.
I know who he is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who is it?
He's not from the diesel world. What
Maybe
product did he get?
EDT.
Okay. Todd, you get your choice. EDT, but you might want some Gas Extreme.
Yeah, just send us a DM. Give me your address and let me know if you want Gas Extreme instead. I'll
My
send you
man,
that.
Todd. Good dude. So, episode 185 in the books.
Yes.
Longest episode ever.
Oh, definitely.
I hope you enjoyed the
by
interviews.
Far.
Hope that's why you guys need to come out to one of these races. These racers, they're regular people that like own diesel shops, that are hardworking guys that it's so tough to get out, but they come out and support this sport. It helps R&D. It helps their shops. They're dealers of ours. They're racers of ours, and they're the nicest people in the world. And if you come out to one of these diesel races, you can walk the pits, sit down in these trucks, start them up, fire them up. These guys will tell you all about them. It's just a cool, open environment. So I encourage you, if you've never been to one of these outlaw diesel races, you still got time to come out here to Fitzgerald Motorsports Park. We'll be here tomorrow. They'll have one more qualifier tomorrow, and then we'll get into eliminations and crown some winners tomorrow. And then coming up, like we said, we're going to be in Beach Bend next month, and then we close the season down at Wagler Motorsports Park for the Shy Diesel Extravaganza. So a few different options here to catch an outlaw diesel race. I hope you come out, and if you do, stop by the booth. You get a free EDT sample.
Oh, yeah.
Free stickers, too, remember?
Free stickers. Lots of stickers.
Pens. We got some pens.
Pens, some keychains.
So we'll take care of
We
you.
have air fresheners now.
Air fresheners, too.
They're cherry scented.
We got them. And funnels.
Funnels.
Funnels. So, till next time, we'll leave you with one more pass. Brett Markham, 5'9". Here we go. I'm going to call the number. 5703. He broke out, went a little
quite.
fast, but he's my pick for the win for the weekend in the 5'7".
Ooh.
It's tough.